Listen, man, you gotta learn how to dig deep. Things are gonna happen in your life. Parents dying, animal dies, a lover, a wife, a good friend. You decide when you don't want to fail anymore. Batteries are gonna die, right? People are gonna cut you off, right? It's gonna rain. These are all things I cannot control. I can control a few things, which is me and my actions.
All right, what's up? Just got here to the gym, about to hit some shoulders and arms. However, to start off this little question answer, whatever you want to call it. So the first question, I can open it up real quick. What is quote unquote wrong with me? Well, technically nothing is wrong with me, but there's definitely a way to discuss about, a person's disability, and there's a right way to kind of bring up the conversation. Just asking like a person like, oh, like what's wrong with you is very like rude, as at the end of the day, they have something that's a part of them, but because they have that doesn't necessarily make them like bad or that they're just off rip, you know what I mean? I definitely think it's something that is different from person to person. I'm very open about it, so if a person asks like, oh, what condition do you have, whatever, like if they ask me what is wrong with me, I'd be like a little bit off put a little bit. I'd be like, okay, I don't care. I just answer the question and kind of just raise awareness about my condition and whatnot. But just as like a FYI to raise awareness about it, get to know a person before you just ask them a question like that. That's their personal business at the end of the day, and so whether they're comfortable talking about it with you or not is up to them. Just at the end of the day, people with a condition, they're still people to start with. So, or people with a disease, they're still people to start with. People with a disability, they're still people to start with. So just be kind, be courteous, don't be an asshole. And yeah, that's kind of answer to question number one.
So what is it that you can and cannot do? Kind of depends on a person-to-person basis and how severe your condition is. So in my case, like I can walk, but I can't really run. I can sit down on the floor, whatever it may be, but to get up, it's a hassle. It's difficult. So it kind of just comes down to, it's not really what I can and cannot do. It's what do I have to do in variation. So kind of relating to working out, because I can't do bench press, I'll do dumbbell bench press. So it's like, or dumbbell press, whatever the hell you want to call it. So it's kind of like, what is it that I can and cannot do? It's kind of like, I can do everything, essentially. I just need to do it a little different. Okay. Does it hurt? Or am I in any pain? Sometimes. It really depends. So I'm not really like in pain, but if I was to do something prolonged, like exercising or like walking for a long time, I can get very fatigued and get to a point where my legs or just a muscle in general will just essentially give out. And that has happened before. I'll just be walking normally, and then I take a step at a weird angle or something, and my legs they just give out and I fall. And because my legs are already so weak, like at that point, to get up is like I need assistance. So does it hurt or am I in pain? Like naturally, in my natural state, no, I'm not like in any pain. But if I was to do like any prolonged activity or whatever, pain can start to occur, yes.
So for this next part, we're going to be talking about the concept of invisible disabilities, what they are, and awareness around it. According to Aruma.com, which is an Australian organization that supports people with disabilities, they quoted that 90% of disabilities are invisible, so never judge others for having a disability permit, even if they don't look like they have a quote-unquote disability. So like myself, a person with SMA, I would be considered a person who has a invisible disability. A person who has Crohn's disease is considered to be a person with a invisible disability. And so I thought I'd just bring awareness around it and kind of just talk about it a little bit. If you ever see somebody parking a handicapped spot and they don't look like, a person with a disability because they don't have a wheelchair, or if you see a person maybe pushing lighter weight in the gym or whatever it may be, you don't know a person's background. You don't know what a person might be dealing with behind closed doors. So just, don't be that guy. Everybody has their own story. So just thought I'd bring some awareness around it, talk about my end of the situation. There's been times where I was being judged just because I was parking in a handicapped spot at the gym. Some guy made a snarky remark. A part of me wants to say something, but at the same time I know it's just it's not worth it at the end of the day. Like why would I use my energy towards something that's negative when I can just go do what I gotta do and transform it into something that's positive like this and spread awareness about it. So I kind of feel like I've explained more than I should have, but invisible disabilities, what they are, and some awareness around it.
A little that tip there, everywhere. So I'll bust out like 5 more. So instead of, you know, having your arm straight out on the back, you can't see a solid dog get on. So having it all the way out here and then just, you know, going like that. What you want to try to do is almost like a W, kind of like angle it in. So you don't have all that tension in your shoulder, and like straighten it as you go out. Kind of like this, a W, and then straight.
Okay, so for this next little part, this isn't really part of the question and answer portion of the video, but I thought I'd talk about it. I was doing some tricep extensions here. I thought I'd give this little tip. So as you can see, I'm going very high up with my tricep extensions. I'm not really keeping my elbows as locked as I can, and this for the reason that I'm going a little bit heavier than I can. As you can see, I'm starting to struggle a little bit, and what I'll do is I'll actually kind of use the momentum to go down as far as I can and then control on the way up, and then as soon as I can't do any more, I'll actually take a step back, as you just seen, and use the momentum to continue kind of push my triceps past failure and control it on the way to the top. I thought this was a really cool little tip here. I learned this again, the boy Alex Eubank. I shouted him out in my last video. Shout him out again. Absolute GOAT. Learned that from him, and I definitely recommend this.
I'll do my first few reps like clean, the way you're supposed to do them, like good form. And then once it feels like I can't lock it out all the way at the bottom, I'll step back. I used to see Kai Green do this. And this is really good for the long head of the tricep, I'm pretty sure, because I'm stretching my shoulders. Right here, I let it come up, my elbows come up a little bit, but they're in. Down. You gotta pull it apart at the bottom as well. The stretch you get in that long head, like this part right here, it's crazy. And it also makes it easier so you can go to failure more.
And that's about it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate your time and attention. I hope you're able to take away something from this video, whether it be something revolving around training or disabilities. Other than that, again, thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.